I'm often surrounded by.
The entire system is surrounded by
freaking idiots.
Surrounded by them.
idiots.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the second time, welcome to another episode of the SBI Podcast. Today's guest is a marketing expert known for creating high-performance solutions for big names like Sony, Microsoft, Nickelodeon, and Heineken. Also was the marketing director for the Laugh Factory, I recently found out. He's a true innovator. His new book, 7 Marketing Plays, A Guide to Growing Your Business in the Digital Age, seamlessly bridging the gap between brands and culture. Let's get into it, Mr. Steve Murray.
Thank you, Maestro. Well, yo, you're so good. You're so fucking good. Like,
Man,
your
listen.
introductions are in line with Shannon Sharp's.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Like, we're gonna have
Thank
to
you,
do
Skip. Thank you.
we're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to do podcast introduction awards.
Well, you know, they're always better the second time.
There you go.
So, you know what's funny? I actually recently did this when I was in Japan. I recently got back from Japan about 2.5 weeks ago.
That's your thing, by the way. You always drop some like flash shit. So
Oh.
casually. So I was in
No, I
Oprah's
was-
house.
I was
fucking.
No. I've never been to Oprah's house, unfortunately. I've never gotten that call. Man, how do you get in with Stedman? Now that's what we should discuss.
Yeah.
Like who's his guys? Like what?
Oh,
What are
shit.
those barbecues like?
I don't know. It's rich.
He said it's rich.
You
Rich
were-
for my blood.
You were in Japan. Go ahead.
So I was in Japan and same thing. I was interviewing this producer named Ago,
Mm-hmm.
really dope producer, and started the interview. We're going. Everything's great. About 10, 12 minutes in, I look over at the computer and I go, shit. And it's one of those things where, like, as you know, like, even when we start the other one, I was like, oh, always make sure that's
Yeah.
running, always make sure, blah, blah, because it's one of those situations where I'm doing,
Yeah.
moving all the pieces.
doing
Like,
everything.
Yeah, so you end up being like, shit, I forgot the thing. Plus, I also want to talk
Yeah.
and understand, what the fuck's
Wait,
going on.
but has that ever happened to you on set while you're filming? Like somebody didn't record? Like you just
No, because there's a guy who's in a union to
Yeah.
just record.
That's true.
That's the thing. If you're fucking up at that level, like
No.
your job is compartmentalized.
Yeah.
So it's almost like if you came here
Yeah.
and I had no questions to ask you, I knew
Mm-hmm.
nothing about anything you had going on, you would feel like, well, aren't you do interviews, right?
Right,
Your
right.
one job is to
It's
have
the
like
questions.
questions
Yeah.
or be able to talk to me.
Yeah.
Whereas I have questions, I have that, but I also like I gotta make sure that guy's running. Gotta make sure the computer, and it's like two things running because I also record the screen. So like if we want to pull something up, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. So
It's an amazing setup.
thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. brother.
It's there's do you have a better appreciation for independent as the independent grind versus like union stuff?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Are you interviewing me? No, I'm kidding. No, I love it. Personally, I like doing my own thing. And the reason I like doing my own thing more so than union stuff is because unions get big.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who have a lot of say so. They're nice because unions get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's like I couldn't do any of this if I, also wasn't doing my voiceover work and doing the things that,
Right.
the SAG union or whatever. But I think we all can agree that we've also seen how unions in any capacity can also slow things down at times
Yeah.
and, move at its own pace.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows I'm in here.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So, I've always liked, my goal has always been like, I don't really I want to be a contractor for large corporations
Yeah.
until I can be a large corporation. And then,
Yeah.
like, what is workplace culture? Well, when you create the company, you dictate that.
Yeah, exactly. See, the reason I asked that was because, so when I watch interviews, especially music artists,
Right.
they'll always say, "Oh, you don't need a label anymore. Like, you can do it all on your own. Just push the button and put it out." But just like here, when you're shooting, a lot of people will never understand all of the details that go into a production or putting a project out. Right.
Yes.
So developing it from start to finish. When you're in like a union or a company or anything tied to that, that's when you start to realize, oh, there's a lot of moving pieces here. But if you're just the person that like goes to work or something, you're in the system and you don't recognize, like, it's a sound guy.
Right.
Wait, someone needs to. I have to manage all of these pieces. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they
know?
think it just comes together. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I always tried to. I mean, obviously, we know large corporations haven't always been the best to us, but it's still, I'm not quick to demonize them a lot of times, just for the simple fact of I'm like, oh well, I know how hard it is just to do some like basic shit. Like, I can only imagine what it's like, to have X amount of Chipotles. You know what I mean? That are running, okay, yeah, you're going to get some people sick. Like, how many of these do you have? How much chicken's coming in?
Exactly.
How much beef is coming? Like, something's going to get murky somewhere. This is a large chain.
Yeah.
But, I think people are quick to not look at that because, like you said, they know, like, well, I go to work and I do my job.
Yeah.
And so that's checked off a very long list of check boxes.
Yes. So for me, like from a marketing perspective, right? Like when a person, like when says like, oh, you can do it independently on your own. You could just like put it out. They don't realize, let's say for an artist, they don't realize, okay, you have to have your radio single. You have to have like your stage cut, your performance cut. Oh, you thought you were just going viral just because you were cool. You're not going viral because you're cool. Your marketing person is getting like those clips sent to these pages that they're finding to post your stuff. Or, we're running Facebook ads to drive traffic to your music page. And that's an ad cost. You didn't just go viral on accident.
Right.
Like, you didn't just go viral because you thought it was cute. Oh, that placement of your text? Yeah, that's there intentionally. So until you like build a company or do things independently, sometimes you don't understand all of the moving pieces that go to the train.
100%. Well, I'll even be honest. Like, prior to doing this, first time I ever got a taste of that. Like, obviously been acting since I was very young, but I was always walk in, know the lines. That's my job.
Yeah.
I walk in, know the lines. Hey, I'm not worried about if that camera's recording, nigga. You know why? Because that's his job. I'm just here going to do my life. I don't even have to worry about what I'm going to put on. I got to worry about if I'm not that guy, but I don't even have to hang it up if I don't want to.
Yeah.
But because your only job is know the lines,
Yeah.
stand on the mark, make it believable.
Yeah.
So even when I was doing that, I never really thought about all those moving pieces. Oh, the grip and the light and guy. Okay, I see them.
Yeah.
But I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Then I started shooting music videos. So when I was doing like the rap stuff and started shooting music videos, that was when I first saw like, okay, wait. So I want to be in a bed and I want to have two thick girls in the bed with me, and then I want to have, you know what I mean? Man, it would be dope if I had a little person with me and we was on the counter and was eating Fruit Loops, and what if okay, nigga, so how you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm a producer. You see what I mean? So how am I gonna get the house? Oh, they don't want to give me the house. Well, you know what? I know a white dude, a white dude on Airbnb who can get the house.
Yeah.
So gotta get the homie to get the house to do that. But you figure out all these pieces, and then you realize like, oh, I'm producing stuff. Okay, so there are a lot of moving parts. What was I gonna wear? Okay, I got a stylist. Still my homie to this day. And then you start building network.
Yes.
And you don't even. These aren't things that come to your mind when you start. You just think, okay, well, I need some girls, I need some chains, and I need, the music.
Yeah.
Nah, buddy.
See, I feel like when you do anything on your own from start to finish, it makes you better at everything else that you do. Like, it's funny because most jobs will say like they just want you to do your job. and like they'll push people away from being independent. Like I'll tell you a story. When I was working at the Laugh Factory, that was the first job that I had when I got to LA, right?
Right.
So I was the marketing director there, and like I hated it because the brand was bigger than the money, right?
Yeah,
like
as always.
The brand was bigger than the money, but I loved like the glamour of, wow, this is entertainment. And I've been wanting, like, this is gonna get me to the place that's gonna get me.
The brand is making you believe this.
Yes, right. The brand was so good. So anyway, I'm coming in late every day because I fucking lived like in Thousand Oaks, bro. It's 50 miles from the Laugh Factory. I didn't when I first moved to LA, I didn't know how far Thousand Oaks was. And you got 2 hour traffic down. 9 hours there because you had a mandatory lunch break. Right? Mandatory
Those
lunch
drive
break.
me crazy.
Bro.
That union shit.
Yes. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? No, I want to go home.
Yeah, I'd rather knock this out.
Yes. Yeah. Then 2 hours back up the road. Right. That's why I don't know if I said this on this one or the earlier one. That's why I said I used to just stay and watch comedy shows every day. Like I would just stay just because I'm not about to go sit in traffic all night
for 4 hours.
Yeah, so I would just literally watch comedians all night every day. But the drive, you got 2 hours down, 9 hours there, and then 2 hours back. I had no day.
Right.
So, and it was weird because they basically were like, "Oh, you want to do your own thing? You want to show up late? Oh, I heard you got your own company."
So they're using that against
you. Yeah, now they start
yeah.
using it against me. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're fired.
Wow.
It didn't exactly happen just like that. I was just giving you the short version of it. But the owner, they actually did me a huge favor. He was like, I mean, it wasn't a favor. It was like, he fired me and hired me in the same week.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
He fired me and hired me as a consultant. That's how I started consulting.
And that's dope.
Yeah. So he was basically like, yo, you do really good work. I don't think this is I don't think this is the structure for you. Right. But I still felt like they used I'm already doing my own thing as like a way to, like, they weren't happy about it.
Right. No,
right. They weren't happy that I was doing stuff outside of the job that they were providing, which wasn't enough.
I won't lie to you that even in the voiceover world and like a lot of the acting spaces, there are people who move like that, and I never understood it. But once again, I think that's because I'm a independent mover. But it's like, so wait, you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna consistently keep me paid enough, but then you don't want me to work with nobody else?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What? How dare you? And why would I ever?
I don't know.
Because we already know, like, a salary, like I always say this, like a salary is just someone telling you, look, I don't think you can make more than this an hour over the course of a year consistently.
That's true.
That's what it is. And listen, we can all hit a number where we go, you right.
Yeah.
100%.
You right.
Nigga, I ain't been able to do it thus far. So, shit. So you telling me.
Yo, my boy, he says this thing. He's like, yeah, people always say, I could do that. Yeah, but what the fuck you waiting for? Do it then. Why you didn't do it?
Why you didn't do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't. You can't.
It's not that easy.
That's what it's not that easy. Or even if you had the greatest idea ever. Oh, that's great, man. You couldn't raise capital. That was your issue.
That's true.
But that is a hurdle within the game of getting what the fuck you want.
That's very true.
And it's never the one thing.
Yeah.
It's never the one thing.
Never, ever.
Yeah.
I like from, when people are over consumed with what someone else does with their time, it confuses me because, like, I had a question. One time I went to dinner with Idris, Chief Keef's manager.
Okay.
After when I was I had produced their listening party.
Okay.
So we went to dinner and he had asked me. He was like, "Yo, like." I told him I used to play football. I played football in college. So I say, he's like, what do you like more? Like, what's your favorite thing? You like football? I'm like, nah, believe it or not, I like marketing more than I liked playing sports.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's like a rare thing that never happens in athletes. Like
At all. Yeah. No.
ever. That never happens. But I don't know. It's not, there's a feeling of you produce something, and like the first time I got that feeling was when I saw a billboard that I had created for a campaign that we were doing. So I'm driving down the highway and I felt like, wow,
that's my work.
I couldn't nobody knows except for me, obviously, right? But I was just looking at it like, wow,
yeah,
that's incredible. Like whatever feeling you get from scoring a touchdown, catching an interception, I had the same high from marketing. It's weird. Like,
well, it's crazy because most people who play sports, like they're lucky if they find something else that means something to them after the game. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's and it's rare. You know what I mean? So yeah, to have that feeling, that's dope.
Yeah. So to loop it back to the Laugh Factory thing, basically the fact that they cared what I wanted to do in my spare time was confusing, because if I was playing basketball, you wouldn't care. No, I just like marketing. So yes, I'm like gonna work with other companies because I like marketing and shit. Like I just do. It's cool. Like the ability to tell stories. That's how, the reason why I used to stay at the Laugh Factory like every night. Now it wasn't just only the traffic. Like I would fucking you watching Dane Cook, you know, do stand up. You Dom Herrera do stand up. You watching like, you know, Matt Rife and Tehran and like all these fucking comedians. I'm like, yo, these dudes are so good with words. Right. They're amazing with words. They're great storytellers. The ability, like how Dave Chappelle will take you on that journey, and then sometimes he'll end up landing on, then I kicked her in the pussy. Yeah, right. like, bro, I remember.
But he told you a whole story that brought you back to,
I kicked her in the pussy. Like, wow, that was genius. The way you set that up, the way you, that's the overlap between marketing. Because if you're working with a brand, you got to tell a story and you got to convey it in such a short time period for people to go, I like that. I believe in that. I trust you now. Yeah. Like, I want to be a part of whatever you have going on.
At bare minimum, I got to know more.
Yes.
Bare minimum.
Exactly.
I just got to know. I don't know what this is. I want to know what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to pique interest somehow.
For sure.
Man, it was funny. Even before you were saying, we were talking about comedy, and you were saying when you first saw Matt Rife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first saw Matt Rife, man, he was one of the first guys that I watched him on stage, and I was like, this dude's a fucking star. Like, I remember some of the first comedians that I watched. This is before they blew up. So this is like 2015. Okay. Like, this is 2015-ish. 2015, 2016. Right. It's fucking Tiffany Haddish. I used to see her like every day. Fucking Tiffany Haddish, Matt Rife, Chris Redd, Chris D'Elia.
Wow. Damn.
Who else? Fucking Amir Khan. What's the guy that came out as gay and he's black? Gerard Carmichael.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and he was probably, because the Carmichael show
that wasn't out yet. Wow. None of it. So I'm just looking at. So imagine all of these people are there. Like, yes, they were doing comedy, but they weren't like world renowned like where they are now. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So these are people who are amazing with words. Yeah. Right. Like people love these people right now because like Tiffany she's had her moment with Girls Trip, and you go, oh my God, really? She was there? Right. But imagine there's someone else there right now that's going to go through the same thing. 100%. Like Chris Redd ended up going to the fucking what's that show? SNL. Right, like then he blew up. Basically, you know, it's a guy. It's a guy that performs now. BT Kingsley, amazing.
BT Kingsley.
Oh my goodness, BT Kingsley is like the guy to me. That's how I felt about Matt Rife. Where I like the first time I see him, I'm like, whoa, people don't know him. He's amazing. Yes.
Well, I feel like with the Matt Rife thing, I always, you always kind of knew, like, I mean, he looks like a movie star.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but still, I think that's BT Kingsley.
That's BT Kingsley.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess you look at that picture, that fucking high top fade. I guess he's older than I thought.
Like, nigga, when did you do this?
Yeah, when did you come out? 1970? God
Yeah,
damn,
that's
nigga. I thought
crazy.
you was some new up and coming comedian. I'm trying to
Let's
get you
see.
a plug. No, he's amazing though. He's hilarious, bro. He's
That's
fucking
crazy.
hilarious. He was just in a Sprite commercial, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you probably could find it. Yeah, he was just in a Sprite commercial. Yeah, he's just in a Sprite commercial.
Ah.
Yes,
okay.
that's him.
Nice.
So imagine this is the fucking overlap that I'm talking about between
Right.
marketing and comedy.
Right.
Why the fuck would you hire BT Kingsley? Because you need personality, you need spunk, you would want somebody to go, I love that.
Right.
That's how you market a fucking product. You got
No.
to get people to go, what is that? Right? And he's just, I mean, I don't mean to minimize him by saying he's just BT Kingsley, but
Well,
I
no,
mean,
know
like,
what you mean. Yeah, that's why they go JB Smooth. That's why they go and they
Yes.
do it a lot of, yeah. That makes complete
that's
sense.
why.
Even with music, like when you're talking about comedy, like music is such a. I notice a lot of music that is successful and that charts well a lot of times is humorous.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
especially out here in LA, like Blue Bucks
Blue Bucks Clan.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
they're hilarious.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But that humor overlaps. That's how Eminem even did it. Like,
Yes. What is it? My bum is on your lips. My
Yeah.
bum is on your lips.
And I feel like
Good
you
kiss.
kiss.
Yeah. And the fact that we even know that line,
and
right?
This is the message we deliver to little kids and
Yes.
expect them not to know what a woman's clitoris is.
And he's the best lyricist of all time. And that's the first one that comes to mind, the one that made you feel, right?
Right.
So that is what I love about marketing.
Right.
That's what I love right there. Like the way people look at it like it's a business, and it is, but it's not. It has so many more components to capturing someone's emotion,
Yeah.
right? So if you walk into a room and you're a charismatic person, people go, I like your smile, or they go like, wow, you made me feel happy, or like,
You have good energy.
yeah, you got good energy. Or what if when it's the reverse and you experience someone and you go like, I hate this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
but
facts.
what did they do to get you there? Right? And like as a person that does marketing and like creates those emotions, right? Now
Right.
you gotta tap into what's gonna make you feel. Right? Like that's the journey. Like I gotta really study you. So like I've said it 3 times already, but that was also a part of the thing why I just used to watch comedy, like because they tell you these stories about their life and the pain that they experienced.
Ali
and,
Sadiq
like,
is great at that. I don't
Who?
know if you ever heard of him, Ali Sadiq.
No, I'm not familiar with his game.
He's cold, but continue. But
Yeah.
I'll pull him up. Yeah.
But they're so good at getting you to feel, right? There's no one better at it. So
yeah,
I have formal training in this. Yes, I went to school. My undergrad was in graphic design, so I was studying colors and like understanding color theory and how like red can draw anger, and that's like connected to things that make you want to pause because
Right.
the stop sign. These are all reminders. Like all your daily reminders are connected to emotions.
love, red.
Yes, exactly. Like then you go over to like when I end up getting my master's in marketing, right? So even though I have the formal training, there's nothing more like captivating than a comedian to me because
Right.
they'll teach you and you'll hear call and response. That's it. Like you get the call and response right then and there. I said this. How did I make you feel?
100%.
You
Even
know?
if the room gets quiet or uncomfortable, it's like, oh, so you felt that, regardless of if it was a good feeling or a bad feeling, you felt it.
You felt it. So now when you go, okay, with all of these, the range of emotions that a person can feel, how do I capture that in 30 seconds?
Right.
And how do I deliver it, package it, and make you feel exactly how I wanted you to feel? That's amazing to me. That's like,
Yeah.
like I love it. And so then when you look on social media, people, I have a love-hate relationship with social media.
Yeah.
I love it for the same reasons I love comedy. Like, you can see right then and there, like, how does a person feel? So you can study people all day. Like, you could constantly study people.
And just try different things.
You
and
could
just
try
see
different things and see how they hit, what works, what didn't work. You could experiment with your content all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you could, that's what I was talking to you about earlier, where I was like, yo, I love what you're doing with your brand because I've seen your transition.
Right.
Like, first of all, you're a fucking child star. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're a child star. So how does a child star become an adult? Because you're not a child anymore. So I fell in love with the little kid.
Right. So why do I care now?
Yeah, like, who is this fucking guy with the braids? I don't.
Right.
But now you got to retell that story. So you went from, okay, now I'm going to test some music content. Let me see how that does. And you get real-time data on it.
100%.
You know what I mean? You get real-time data that you could look at and say, people like that. But the part where I think people fuck up, they get so scared to take a deep dive in a direction that they want to go in.
Yeah.
So if you want to pivot, right? I remember I saw this happen to you. This is why I was so excited when I saw like all the stuff you were doing, because you were playing music.
So.
Okay, people weren't responding to this well, but you kept going, right? Because you got to wait to see, does this work? 100%. Consistency matters. So now once you see, okay, you know what? It didn't pick up the steam that I wanted. Let's try this new theory where I'm putting out media content.
Right.
And how do they respond to that? And I remember I saw somebody in your comments and they said, oh, you Hollywood Unlocked now? Or you the Shade Room now? And in my head, I wanted to respond. I don't think I responded, but I definitely responded in my head. I was like, oh, he's switching his brand, you fucking idiot.
That's it. And you know what I mean? And it's funny because I remember seeing that and I'm thinking like, I know he gets it. Yes. I know Steve get it. Like, but a lot of times people don't, or it takes them a second to figure it out because even just like a lot of actor friends I have, like a lot of them now are like starting to make social media content, and it was like a year and a half ago, you say social media content, they're like, no, I don't have an actor.
Exactly.
An actor. I can't be on social media. There's too much nonsense on there. Television. That's all I do. Television. And I'm like, listen, man, I remember I got paid more for one brand deal than I did for any show I had done in like the last couple of years.
Really?
And I was like, you know what? This doesn't
suck so bad after all.
Like, well, it was more of like also me realizing like, no, like you have to be on the show or you have to be doing the thing for. It's once again like any other job. Hey, I got this $35,000 an episode for you, no residuals. But like, can you do it? Are you? Hell yeah.
Yes.
And if you're smart, you can leverage that with all these other brand deals and that.
Yes.
But a lot of the guys, they're not. No, I don't do. I just act.
Yeah.
I have to stay. I'm a thespian.
It's not about it anyway.
Actors take themselves too seriously.
Oh.
Majority.
Yeah.
Not all. I definitely have some actor friends who are like normal. You know what I mean? But most take themselves, and I think it's something with drama, and it's on both sides, no matter what the sex, male, female, whatever. It just dramatic people. Because even I know myself, I'm a dramatic person, but not in like life.
Yeah.
They're dramatic in life and on camera. Yeah. I'm dramatic with like how I say things or being funny and yes, but like, you know, when it gets to like day-to-day life shit, it's like, no, like let's move this along. Like,
I will say, like, bro, you're probably one of the like coolest people I know, like in LA. From a entertainment perspective, I've like, you know, when you're in the space that I'm in, marketing, production, entertainment, it's all overlapped, especially if you're here, right? And then you go into social media where that content is being distributed and stuff like that. So you deal with so many personalities, right?
Right.
And there's this like veil where people stay in character all the time and they never come out of it. And sometimes I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like sometimes I just want to say, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, yes, I study colors, but also, nigga, I'm trying to watch LeBron James play basketball.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. Well, I think a lot of things people tend to make a personality that's not really a personality. These are just aspects of what a full personality should be.
Yeah.
So even, yeah, that's cool. You're an actor. It's cool if you're a doctor. It's cool if you're, any of these things.
Whatever.
But life supersedes all that.
Yeah.
And I think people buy into especially in entertainment, they buy into the hype. There's a lot.
The brand is bigger than the money.
The brand is bigger than the money, and people want to sit there, and also if they're the brand, they like it.
Yo,
you know what I mean? I like that I'm the head guy in charge. I like that. It makes me feel a way.
Oh,
you know what I
God.
mean? Like,
yo, that's cool, but at the end of the day, let's be honest, niggas go broke.
100%.
For real. So, and that's the brand is bigger than the money is niggas go broke. So you could be in love with the idea of something that's not profitable.
Trillion %. That is, in my opinion, that's most of the time.
Yeah.
Like the things that are sexy, the things that are cool, the things that are desired, they're nowhere near as profitable as the things that no one wants.
Yes.
I can guarantee you that the shit in Walmart's moving larger numbers than fucking Balenciaga.
Those volumes are nuts.
It's
First of all,
ridiculous.
you get a fucking bro especially from
Kirkland.
Oh my God. Come
Nigga,
on.
what? I
just saw a study on Sam's. They was talking about like they sold the most hot dogs ever. It's like one of their highest selling products. They fucking have $1.50 hot dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's not sexy to say I own the fucking.
It's not.
Dog
it's
company.
not sexy.
You know what I mean?
No,
but that shit make money.
Your children would be embarrassed. They'd go to private school with all the families that own. Oh well, they're the heir of the Hermes. They're the heir of the Louis Vuittons. And what are you? Well, we sold hot dogs. Hot dog seller. Fucking making more profit than all of you fucks. But it's people want to, nobody wants a Converse deal.
Yeah.
They want Nike.
Yeah.
Same company, but they want Nike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody
By the
wants
way, let me just
starter like Shaq.
Yes. I will say this because nobody else probably will ever say this. Converse has one of the best e-commerce user experiences.
Really?
Like if you want to study a website and you say this is like
pull it up.
Fucking Converse does it so well. Like always, like if you have a brand, you always should study who's doing it the best.
The best, 100%.
Fucking Converse's e-com store is beautiful. Like first of all, I'm pretty sure that's it looks like a Helvetica, but I don't want to go too deep into that. If it's not, it looks similar, or it could be like a Gil Sands because of the G. Nobody cares about this but me. Sorry, but keep going.
I just go through presets until I'm like, that look good.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that. Look, that's where the school nerd shit comes out. But like the way they capture emotion from the image choices, like the flow, like the flow and like the dynamic. So with marketing, it's like this push-pull dynamic on like user experience, like what's going to bring you into something. Right. The fact that they changed like the layout, so this is laid flat versus we just saw something that was facing forward, right? Like this is, I'm looking at it straight head on, okay, right? And then it changed the direction.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this tilts to the
yes. So when you do that, it's very similar to videos. And then if you go to their shop page, I'll show you like some things that they do really well on their shop page. But what they're doing on their website is very similar to videos. You know, when on social media, like you and I could be looking this direction and then like it's gonna cut to this side, right? But I might still be facing this way, but it cut so that I could get your attention again, right? The same way you do videos, you changing directions of things until I hook you in, and then now I got your attention, right? It's the same format in every single thing. When it comes to advertising or marketing, whether it's your organic social media or your fucking website, these things are created to get your attention because you only got 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's your hook. It's your hook. So you have to be able to like design and marketing is a language. So I gotta speak to these things. What's my 3 second like catch? Oh, okay, I'm gonna do it like this, and this. I'm gonna pull you in this way, and then I'm gonna turn you this direction, and then you're gonna say, "Oh, that was jarring." Right. Like when you look at the photo that they used on their on the scroll up a little bit. Like the way that comes. People probably saw it, and they probably don't give a fuck anyway. Yeah. This is the shit that I was talking about, like where I get excited about this shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
I love it because, bro, you learn so much. Like I learned so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like when you go, like it's another thing they do really well on this. They probably got a video. You see how they use lifestyle photos plus regular white product photos? It keeps you engaged in the.
Very true. So you're not just going through multiple pages of just
flat. Yeah. So this plus their filter options, the way they structure their filter, they make it very user friendly. All these things matter when you're talking about like conversions because you're trying to make more money. The reason why this is exciting to me is because they do it so well. These are the details that people skip out on. So you go, I got a website. What's up? Can you run ads? No, nigga. You don't got the shit set up properly. We got to go back to square one. And guess what? Now, if you don't got this done right, we got to do a photo shoot. Right. We got to shoot all of this shit.
The small things people don't think of.
Yes, but guess what? Okay, you don't got lifestyle photos. And this is a product photo shoot and a lifestyle photo shoot. And then your homepage was a different lifestyle photo shoot at a different location. Yeah. That's 3 shoots. You see what I'm trying to say? Or you got to be really good at structuring shit. So now when I come in, like when I deal with clients and stuff like that or brands, then sometimes you'll think your problem is marketing, but you don't have all of the other pieces that you need.
You don't have the assets.
You don't got the assets. So we got to do. So they go, how come? Like we can't just. Yeah, I could, but I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna burn through your money.
Right. And it's not gonna work the same way.
It's not gonna work the same way.
When you have, it's just like A/B testing things. Like I'm realistic enough to know, even when I like have clips and things like this for. If I were a larger infrastructure, oh no, I would be recutting the same clip 3-4 different ways and then putting it right. Exactly. It's just not enough time or resources.
Exactly.
But that is how anything, like you said, anything that's actually going viral, like you think, oh, I just went viral. No. That was your marketing team putting the Facebook ads. That was and then this ad did better than this ad. So maybe we'll start the ads like this, okay? Then that might change.
Exactly. But so like the short version for like a casual person, this is like saying just test your content and see what works and then duplicate it again. You know what I mean? This is hundreds of years of testing done
literally
properly, so you miss all the steps. Because one thing that I can say about like companies, they do such a good job at building structure and what is it called? SOPs, standard operating procedures. When you're an independent person, right? Sometimes you'll have an idea, you'll remember it, and you didn't write it down. So if you wanted to hire somebody, they can't follow your footsteps because you don't have your operating procedures written down. Right. So we forget these things. Like everybody thinks it's cool to be a business owner and entrepreneur, but sometimes you can learn more from working inside of a structure as long as you're gathering the information that you need.
Bro, 100%. Like, I'm so great. I've never worked in a proper structure, but even just being on set, seeing all these things, like it showed me structure in a way of like, oh, well, once I started paying attention, after doing the music video and stuff, I was like, oh, okay, that's what that guy does. Oh, okay, I get why you need him. Yeah. And then I see what's going on. Oh, who's the person who runs into what these small, minute details, little things will come up that aren't the broad strokes, and you're like, now I get it. Yeah. Like this changes the game. Now I even watch NBA games or NFL games, and I'll go back and watch like Super Bowl number 1 or 2, and then I'll go to like the 80s, and then I'll go to because you see how they were doing it, and you're like, you niggas don't get it. Like, this is poor. Like, this is not good at all. Now, don't get me wrong. Respect. You figured out how to get niggas here, and you're doing something. But these angles? Yeah. No. And then you see what they've done now. Even like the NBA, you see what they do, how they've made it like its own ecosystem of news and information
Yeah.
outside of, and it's always running.
Yo,
It's always running.
What do you think about the WNBA right now?
I think it's dope that we have, like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and all.
Yeah.
It's good that it's getting some attention. But the problem is I don't. And I think that's a lot of people's problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's like we get the headlines now, but
Yeah.
There needs to be a splash. And Caitlin Clark was a part of that splash.
For sure.
And Angel Reese was part of that splash. But we need we need some dunks. I was trying to say it in the best way possible. But it's just
yo, that is fucking funny as hell, bro.
High school games. You can go to Sierra Canyon and go watch a whole bunch of fucking middle schoolers dunk.
Yeah. I like the girls' game though, cause they can fucking, I don't know.
But there's only what is it, 12, 14 teams?
It's a little bit. They just added 3 more teams.
Oh,
They're
wow.
adding 3. Look it up. They're adding 3. Look, that's how you know I'm a fucking geek when it comes to marketing shit.
Right.
I study brands all fucking day. So I look at the most random shit about whatever's a hot topic. I'm looking at something completely different when I'm reading.
The W is going global. On May 23rd, news of a WNBA franchise based in Toronto was made official, with the 14th WNBA franchise set to take court in 2022. Man, if Drake didn't just go through all that he's been through,
I love Drake.
this is what I'm saying. This would be a fantastic
Yes.
It's 2026. This will blow over by then.
BBL Drizzy team.
Bro, the OVO with the female. Come
Yo,
on.
he needs that.
He
Oh,
needs it. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's weird now because
Why?
all the,
which
they not like us and
you
all
think?
that.
You think so? Wait, are you talking about the allegations that was being made, or are you talking about?
It's just a
all of
weird
it?
time. It's
Think
a
so?
weird time.
Did he really lose? You think he lost?
No, he lost.
I don't think he lost.
And I want to feel that way. I
Alright.
like Drake.
Okay, let me give you my
I
take
like
on this.
Kendrick's talented, but I was a bigger Drake fan than Kendrick fan.
For sure.
For different, and obviously I respect them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Drake just makes consistent hits, but then
He's
Kendrick
a
gave us "They Not
fucking
Like
hit,
Us."
mate. And unpopular opinion, to me, that's Kendrick's first hit.
And I can see why you would think that. And when I'm not gonna. Oh no, humble. In my opinion, because that was that really did that humble everybody to don't.
Mid.
No, I concur.
Mid.
But also
Not mid
where were
art.
you born? Where were you born?
I'm from DC.
Exactly. See, I'm from Chicago.
All right.
It was-
Yeah.
We're kind of like, but I know what you mean.
I'm-
Art as art.
Yeah, great fucking
incredible
art, bro.
but
exactly.
I concur, but man, you say that to a nigga from LA.
Yeah, they never
gonna
gonna agree with that shit. But let's be honest. Tell me when you fucking. I posed this question. When do you listen to Kendrick Lamar? And what are you doing?
You're trying to save the African American race. I don't know. I'm
never in that mood.
I listen to you're smoking, you're chilling, you're at the
Bro, that
you at-
Kendrick, why
you-
we trying to
well,
get
no.
high?
We
This
are-
nigga gonna
you at the
fucking
after
ridicule
party?
you. Why you smoking weed,
No,
nigga? He gonna come through your speakers. Why you
After
smoking
party?
weed, nigga?
after party, but at the turn down, where you coming down. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. That's a nice little, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You could turn on Kendrick, and mind you, I'm over here gun because people know that I'm not so I'm over here trying to make sure I do him justice.
Yeah.
If you were in the club, if you were at Hyde in the
Don't
era
say
that
that.
Humble and shit came out, that was what was playing over there.
Yo.
And if you were, I mean, I guess people like the album cuts. I know what you're saying because
I'm not saying he's not an amazing artist. He fits in a space that is art and it doesn't exist in your real life, to me.
I agree.
And I think Drake gave him the biggest fucking alley-oop where he, I look at that shit like Drake was like, nigga, make some shit. Nigga, make a fucking moment.
Yes.
Here's the oop. come on, nigga, come on. And he did it.
You know, he was Drake was a little more like, come on, nigga, if you so good, why don't you? And then he did it.
Yes,
and
he did it.
Ah, shit.
And I'll take that. But that was still Drake throwing you the dunk. And guess who's getting the biggest marketing out of it? To me, Drake.
Yeah, sure. But like,
yo, bro, he's on stage doing the Drake shit. Oh, what's
BBO Drizzy?
No. What's the concert they just did?
Oh yeah,
on Juneteenth.
Right,
he's doing the Drake shit
the
on
Hotline
stage.
Bling.
And guess what? I seen that clip go mad viral, mad times.
So Drake's name's still out
yo,
there.
you like, it's a win-win for everybody involved. But that makes, to me, I just look at this nigga like, yo, Drake is genius to me. Like, that's, like, regardless, your biggest moment in hip-hop culture, I don't mean,
I
like,
gave
art.
it. I gave it to
gave you the oop. Yo, exactly. Regardless of what you think, black people laugh at everything.
Yes.
Yo, I don't know my dad. This not knowing this dad-ass nigga.
That's very true.
My dad is coming with me. This nigga got a dad.
That's facts.
Like, so it doesn't matter what he does or not. People gonna laugh anyway. Nobody cares. You don't take it seriously. You know there's no beef coming behind it. It's a win for Drake to me. Like, but the music, Kendrick, that's a record.
That's
a fucking record, bro.
He knocked that one out the park.
I can't say that about anything else he's done. I'm not saying it's not good. I cannot say like
it's this.
Man, this the first time where I felt like
Turn that shit on.
he got the summer.
Bro, I heard it over 5 times in Japan.
And you want to hear it. Casually in Japan listening to
No, I'm just saying.
Got it. Maestro Harrell, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I like literally I was there and I was legit like I was just walking past stores.
Yeah.
Just, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow. I ain't hear no Drake.
No, even when you mumble it make you want to get up and shit make you want to be from Compton.
Yeah.
Only person who was missing was Soulja Boy.
He's not from California.
You don't know Big Soldier from Bumpton.
Oh God. Bomb. Shot his ass. Yeah.
That was Big Soldier from Bumpton, nigga. He should have been on that stage. I wish he was on that stage.
The game should have been there too. But
No, not because he's not lit. I'm trying to say.
This is funny. But I mean,
I'm trying to say because he's cool with Drake. I'm trying to say because he's cool with Drake.
That's fair.
I don't got no fucking game slander. Drake game is mad cool.
I just know also obviously there's a feeling about him from Dre and all them people still. So Dre there's probably that's another piece I'm sure. Yeah. But I don't know. He's one guy though. I will say found a way to get outside the infrastructure and kept doing his own thing.
Who?
Game.
Oh yeah.
Still gets to his money. Still does his thing. You know what I mean? Yes, he probably would have been bigger than Kendrick Lamar at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? By now, and then Kendrick might be passing him, but
for sure
he would have been if he would have stayed the G Unit.
For sure. Yeah, Game's an interesting case study.
Yes, he is.
His career trajectory. He has like a ton of Mexican fans. Yeah. He went on tour with a group. They had an opening act that they signed, the Coyote Boys. They're 2 Mexicans.
Wait, and Snoop had a song with them, right?
Probably.
I think
they probably did.
I heard of
that. Coyote. You know how I met Coyote? This is a cool story. I was fucking. This is when I'm like. I cast for different like productions that we got to do and stuff like that for if I'm working with a brand. So I was walking past the fucking some place in Hollywood, like a casual restaurant. I'm like walking on the street. I see him eating the I forgot his name. It's slipping my mind right now. I can't believe it. I can't remember his name. But I was walking past the restaurant. He's sitting on the porch of the restaurant. And I was like, yo, you have a model? Yeah. Let me take your number. I want to cash you for something. Like literally like the most random shit. And then it ended up being Coyote.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. Wait, how you spell it? Coyote Boys?
Yeah, I think it's like Coyote Boys. They used to own a barbershop.
From But Coyote Boys.
Yeah, the game brought them on tour with him because they were like, yeah, he has a big Mexican following, so
That's
they brought
crazy.
Mexican opening acts.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's smart though.
Yeah,
And
but
blend in the two cultures. And,
but that's what I think that's interesting because it's like you don't usually see black artists with that's super popular. Like usually you'll see like like of his magnitude. Like if you compare to a 50 Cent, you'll say 50 has this big white audience, and of course black people too. But I'm talking about like as you're going on tour. So that was the first time I've heard that, and I was like, I wonder what it. I mean, you're from the West Coast, so maybe that's what it is. But
damn, that's true.
Yeah.
That. I mean, man, yeah, it's probably that LA love, man, because like it's even like with the Lakers or the Dodgers or like. It's a lot of Hispanics. And
You
know what I mean? And the cool thing about Hispanic culture too, like that's why I've noticed their artists do better, and a lot of times like their businesses do better because they support each other.
Yes, it's a kid right now that Fee, NBA YoungBoy's manager. He has an artist that's called. He's the #1 Mexican artist right now.
Is it what's his name?
I gotta find this.
Is he from? Is he from Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his name.
That Mexican.
Yeah, that Mexican OT.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk in.
He's lit.
The bells like Kane.
I jack it. I like it. Yeah.
Man, that song's hard.
Yeah.
No, I heard an interview with him. He sound cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like he sound like he grew, had a rough upbringing, all that kind of stuff, but it was like his dad's like still like active as like his manager and like in his life and stuff, and like since day one he was supposed to be a rapper type deal. Like they
really
it's
kind of like you. Yeah.
Yeah,
How did you do that anyway? Let me see that. Fucking Maestro Harrell, everybody.
This is how it started to be a dreamer.
Oh wow! I think I saw the story with you that you told about this. Let me hear it again. I forgot. You had a single or some shit. What happened?
No, well, I did. I was doing albums, and I had I would do
Fucking
shows
CD.
and go out there and sell the CD. And the single was "Be a Dreamer," and then I had all these other songs. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
was making the move.
Brother.
Shout out to Floyd Harrell.
Oh look, you know what I love about this?
What?
I think artists should do this. You have the instrumental as track 5, so people can make their remixes, right?
Well, that probably wasn't the thinking, but that would have made sense. I gotta put this up on streaming services.
Yeah, you should.
Make some money.
Yeah.
Off of this.
People love shit like that.
They're like, what was this nigga doing back then?
Yeah, I've been in the Gamma OG.
Man, listen.
I'm the real Maestro OG.
This is fucking takes time. So wait, you said you got your master's in marketing. Where did you go?
Oh, I went to Lamar University in Texas. It's in Beaumont, Texas. So I went to coming out of high school. My high school was probably one of the top recruited high schools in Prince George's County, Maryland. So I say I'm from DC because I was born in DC, but I lived in Maryland.
PG County.
Yeah, I lived in PG County. So my high school was like incredible in football. We were amazing. We were ranked 22 in the nation. I ended up getting recruited by Northeastern University, and I had other offers and stuff like that, but I liked Northeastern the best. So I went to Northeastern University. They dropped their football program after my sophomore season. So now,
oh wow,
yeah, talk about dramatic. I'm like, oh shit, what now?
Yeah, like I'm here for this.
I'm here for this.
What position were you playing?
A cornerback.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was there for the women.
Facts. Oh yeah, that changes your experience greatly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's no football team, so I can't be the man on campus of football.
Kidding me? How am I gonna get girls now?
I have to be just funny, smart, and likable.
Yeah.
No.
Charismatic.
This is rigged.
I gotta talk now. Fuck.
Literally, I gotta talk now.
You mean they're not waiting when I get off the bus?
Well, there's no field, no bus, no team. Bye, Steve.
Yeah.
Shit. That's crazy. So what did they do?
No.
You had a scholarship, right?
Yeah.
So how did that work? They were like, well, nigga, you can stay here, but you just
Actually, yes, you could. I could have stayed. Actually, like I'm being funny, but yeah, it was a cool setup, honestly. They weren't the logistics of the school. Northeastern is like one of the top 50 schools in America or some shit like that.
Wow.
It's like a really, 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 really good school.
That's crazy.
So they make so much money, but it's in Boston. So the logistics to build a stadium that we could actually play at, that was at a Division I level, wasn't sustainable because they couldn't buy the land.
Right.
There's no land available. So the land that they would have had to buy was too far out. I think it was in like Brookline or something like that, which is like 5 or 10 miles from the school. But when you're dealing with college kids, they can't transport that easily. So the attendance would have been too low. Because we were playing in a very, very, very small stadium. It was like almost like a high school style stadium with bleachers, which that wasn't the standard for the school because everything else was grand. I mean, we had like 3 fucking cafeterias, an international village.
Basketball, of course, was probably crazy. Huh?
Everything was phenomenal. Like the school cost like $50,000 a year.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? So the people that are going there, you're not talking about. Yo, those people were rich as fuck.
So we're looking crazy with this football team.
Yes,
that's really what all it is.
All of that to say, yes, we looking crazy with this football team, and the city won't sell us the land to build. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So, and it's Boston. So, like, even when you look at, like, where New England Patriots play, it's not in the city. They're in Foxborough. The land.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, long story short, they dropped their football program because they couldn't build it up the way that's of the standard of the school and of the standard of Division I.
Yeah,
like, it's not... We're playing against D1 teams, so when they flying in, they like it's a false representation of the school. Basically, they dropped the program. I get re-recruited. Basically, all the coaches from all over, whatever. But it was in December, so it was like a mid-season thing. So Lamar University was just launching their football program. They were bringing it back after dropping it. Ironically.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
There was some irony there. I got re-recruited. I ended up at Lamar. So I finished my undergrad there, and then I went on to get my master's. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's dope. How was the football?
It was good. It was good. But the difference, it's a huge difference in Texas and Boston, but not the cities. Texas football, I should say.
Yeah.
Versus,
I can imagine.
Yeah, East Coast football, the style of play, and like the culture was a little bit different, and
a lot more good old boys.
Yeah, they were cool though. Like I will say, when I got to Beaumont, it's a slow town. It's very slow. It's a small town. You know, they're prideful. Mm-hmm. You know, like they love where they come from. It's not a whole lot to do. Right. You know what I mean? But
that's why niggas be getting in trouble. 'Cause there ain't shit to do.
They ride horses and like, you know, like do trail rides and like, you know, just hang out at the park, I guess. I don't, you know what I'm trying to say?
But at 23, like, 24, like, or no, 20, how old were you? Like,
yeah, I was like 21, 22.
Yeah, that's not
maybe.
what the fuck you trying to do.
Yeah, Boston was lit. Nigga, I was trying to go outside. Like, I would get on the train. Boston College is 5 major schools in Boston, like in a 10-mile radius. It's Boston College, BU, MIT, Northeastern, and Harvard. And then it's like 50 small schools everywhere. So right next to my campus was an all-girl school, Emerson. And then there was another one, Smith. And then there was another one, Blackstone. And then Berkeley School of Music. Like, all this shit is
right
yo,
there.
Bro, for a 20-year-old kid, an 18-year-old kid, you're having a time of your life. You're around nothing but kids.
Right. That's actually crazy.
My fucking dream was to get a rich MIT scientist or some shit. And I got ruined because of football.
Man, that would have been something else.
Yo.
That would be MIT scientist.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Like, where the fuck is Miss Harvard at?
She's, it's weird though. Like, do you think those schools do anything for you now? If you go now, I mean, obviously, we know the the circle.
Mhm.
Yes, and you know, you can find ways, but it's like for all that money and all that, like, if you don't go for something that's very like, for example, marketing is going nowhere. Business and marketing is going nowhere. But you know, a lot of people go to school for degrees that aren't so logical.
Yeah. My thought process is education can never be taken from you.
Fair.
Now, what I learned in school was how to problem solve. Even though I work in marketing and I studied marketing, my trade is graphic design, which is something I always can do, right? But it wasn't about graphics. It's like I know how to use the computer extremely well now, and those skills translate as technology evolves. So we could sit here and shoot a pod, and I know, like, oh, okay, I know what I'm looking at. Those are sound waves. This. If you click Control C, that's copy. If you click this, so my skills translate as technology grows. I have a strong base to start with. Right. When you I think a big misconception that like people say is that, oh, you know, you wasted your money at school, you did this, you did that. Now, some people do because they don't get skills. They don't learn fundamentals. Right. But like you learn how to think through problems and you learn how to find solutions. And I think if you're a problem solver, you do well at anything that you do. And then, like, school gives you really critical problems. Like, it might be stuff that you do not use. Right. But if you exercise problem solving in a structured way, you should now have the skill of finding solutions.
100%.
You know? Yeah. Like, that's my take on that.
No, that makes sense. And I think it's good, too, because at a young age, like, if you're not already working or doing something prior, it gives you problems to solve. Yes. And they're like you said, critical thinking and fundamentally good for you problems. Yeah. Opposed to idle time where you're creating problems.
Yes. Yeah. And the other part of that I would say is, like, I met an 18-year-old who didn't know what she wanted to do in life. So she was just asking for advice. We're talking. I'm like, yo, come on, just sit down. We chop it up. And I was like, she's like, I just want money. I don't know. I was like, well, how are you going to do that? She's like, well, I don't know. I maybe start a t-shirt line. I was like, are you passionate about t-shirts? She's like, no, I just want money. I said, well, she said, I know you're going to tell me to go to college. I said, no, absolutely not. But what are you going to do to find information to get really good at, like, how are you going to teach yourself things?
Or how are you even going to figure out what your passion is? Because you have to start somewhere, and you have to start by doing a whole bunch of shit you're not going to like.
Yeah. So, I mean? Like, if you don't have, like, structure, like, your story to me is extremely unique. You've had structure your whole life because of you started acting very early, which comes with a lot of structure that you may not even know.
No, oh, for sure. Like, knowing my lines.
Yeah,
like,
having to be somewhere on time.
And being somewhere on time, even also being a child and not acting out of turn when you're on the set, wasting people's time and money. Like, oh, yeah.
Exactly. So if you don't, like, what I like about school is it's like interest. It compounds. So concept A goes over top of concept B, over top of concept C. Right. And then now that you have this base, now I can teach you the money making shit.
100%. You know what now you know how to use all these pieces that are interlocking.
Yes. Like, I'm trying to give you a base. But let's say you go to, like, you want to be self-taught. That's cool if you can figure out which information is fundamental or which information is pertinent. It's hard to identify that. Yeah. Like, right now, like, I don't really tell people about my background per se or like my experience in that way, because sometimes you just don't, right? Especially like not on my social. But how do you tell the difference between me as a marketer and somebody else? And I probably have more experience than the person that's popular. Right. But you're trying to teach yourself. So as you're trying to teach yourself, you have to sift through 100 variables, and you don't know which one is like good foundation and bad foundation, even if you can solve the problem. You know what I mean? Like, right now, you could get somebody to do Facebook ads for you, right? Right. They might make you money right away, but if if something breaks down, how do you solve the problem?
Oh yeah, and I have no concept of how it was done. I have no concept of what ads worked. And that's one when you're talking about that self-starting and doing things on your own. It's like, yeah, it makes you better at everything else because, oh yeah, I can't really just pay the guy to just run the ads, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Because then that makes me have to run some ads.
Yeah.
And then I run a couple ads. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh, now I get how to do this though, and I can take this to a whole different.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes people will hire like marketing companies and stuff, right? And they'll say, "Oh, They like it'll be somebody that when I come in after and I audit their account, I'm like, "Yo, this is set up completely wrong." Even though they know how to push the buttons, the foundation is missing. That's what school did for me. Like
stories missing. The
story, sometimes it's a structure for how you build ads. Like you have to build them with a certain, like it's a technical component of like you can't do certain things if you want them to perform the best way. Okay. So you can break the rules and sometimes it works, but then it's going to lead to a breakdown.
I see what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like sometimes the person who just like, oh, they watch some YouTube videos and they are doing this, they'll miss some really baseline information sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not everybody, but like
that even algorithmically makes it.
Yeah. And like I think sometimes when you're missing that foundational piece, it's hard for you to determine who is the good or not so good fit. I mean,
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, like it's hard to pick that apart. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
right.
That's a camera. Which one is a good camera? I don't fucking know. I don't got no foundation.
Right.
Know. I just know that I see the picture, but how you know that your settings wasn't fucked up?
I don't know. Yeah. And then that's what I learned a lot of times, where a lot of our fear comes from, or a lot of uncertainty comes from. It really only comes from lack of information. You know what I mean? Like if you. And lack of information and lack of comprehension. So it's like sometimes you'll do something and you're like, woo, it all worked out. Good.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't feel like that. You should be like, it all worked out. Of course it all worked out because that works like that and that works. I have a comprehension of how each thing works and why it works.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When did you get the most pussy as an actor or a rapper?
Fair question. Well, acting was through, it was years of compound. No, probably rapper.
Really?
Yeah, rapper.
Huh?
Because as an actor, I've only done like generally like really credible things that people don't watch.
They don't want to fuck.
You know what I mean? Well, that's the thing. They don't know who that is.
Really?
I mean, unless I'm like getting aunties, like no. Like, there's no, like, 24-year-old girl who's like, The Wire, though. Like, no. Like, period. Like, that doesn't really exist. Like, that's a show you watch when you're, like, 30-something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or, like, late 20s, maybe. Yeah. But, yeah, nah. Generally speaking, nah.
That's funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah, the rap, for sure, rap. Or it wouldn't even be so much rapping. It would just be more like hey, you look like the thing that I like. So, and apparently people know you from something. I don't know what that thing is.
I don't know what it is.
I like the thing, though.
The idea of a rapper.
Yeah, the idea of a rapper.
Like you said,
the brand is bigger than the budget. Bigger than the fucking budget at all times.
Yes,
I can get you. I could get
you on that red carpet
for an hour.
Yeah, you could get him on the red carpet. Yo, what do you think about red carpet culture in LA anyway?
It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's a bunch of people who know how to get on the red carpet. Yeah, and who are actually credible for absolutely nothing. Yo, and then there's a ton of people who are credible for great things, and they've accomplished amazing things, and they're telling them, no, you're not on the list. Like it because it's a game. Yeah, it's a game, and then it's also a game based on who's your PR person and But that's all the money suck, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, as you know, if it's PR, it's like, hey, well, like, I can't promise you anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But possibly. We might get you a couple articles, but we got to start with 3 months. We can't. We got to start with 3 months. Just you know, so we can get your name out there. You know, so we can get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So how much is that? Well, it's $2,000 a month. So it's 6. Yeah, we take the 6 today. And then all you did was you're like, hey, I was in Vogue. You were in Vogue. Well, I gotta go get a magazine. Oh no. It's digital. Here's the link. And you have the small square and the fucking. That was your $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Like it means none of these things makes anybody a star. None of these things, because like we just said, it's never the one thing. You know, being on this carpet is gonna do what for you if you didn't have anything to do with the product or the thing that's. Yeah. Now, you know, maybe if it's like, hey, Getty Images is going to be here. But like, what are you, I think that was my biggest thing too before my pivot. What are you selling? And that'd be people's problem. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I'm selling music. Oh, wait, right? People don't buy music. So maybe I shouldn't keep selling this. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yes. So what am I selling? Oh, well, maybe I'm selling, you know, if it's acting, it's like I'm selling acting. But this is why most actors don't use their social media. Why? Because you can't really sell acting. Mm-hmm. If you're not in anything, you're not an actor. Mm-hmm. And that's how it's viewed. Yeah. You know what I mean? So people want to be on the carpet and they want their name on Getty and they want all these searchable things. But then it's like, okay. So what are you selling? What do you do? What are you selling? Yeah. I say the same if I see a girl on Instagram. Yeah. And it's just all pictures of her on trips. Mm-hmm. Well, this tells me nothing about who you are. And in every photo, you're by yourself. So tell me exactly, what is this page selling?
You know what it's selling.
Oh, I know what it's selling.
I know what it's selling.
That's why I'm here.
Hey, you got me.
Hey, you got me. God damn it. I don't know quite what you're selling, but I heard Cabo is nice this time of year. What do I do? Nothing. I'm just, people know me. And I'm a rapper.
Yo, you gotta relax.
Yeah, it definitely no one's interested in political commentary. It doesn't you know, do what the rhyming words did.
Oh shit!
The rhyming words had them. Ooh.
Oh shit!
You start talking about our economy, they're like,
Wait, you telling me this isn't quantum physics?
Are you buying the bag or no? That's a no.
But I look like I could get it.
Oh yeah.
I'll make it look like you would.
Yeah, you know.
Maestro, hurrah! Oh, everybody.
But see, that's my thing though too.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who's like, I don't want to. No, like I don't want to go in. Even if I had $1 billion, I don't want to go in Louis Vuitton or one of these brands and buy you the bag that it's by a brand that every asshole in the world can buy. And like I would rather be like, oh, like I want to make you a special bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I source the leathers. No, because here's the thing: if you like bags, and that's what you're about, so
let's get in the bags.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Like why would I go pay Birkin $100,000 or $200,000 for something that we know they're not paying to make it for that?
I feel you.
So why don't I just do that?
Yeah, I have like a double thought on this. You know, my logical side is like in line with what you're saying, right? But then, there's a part of me. Let's say I was a fucking billionaire. Mm-hmm. I kind of get it. It's like, like you're a girl and you want stuff. Go have it. Yes, I'm gonna pay for it. You can have anything you want. I don't like. Sometimes, I think when you hear so many women say that they don't want to like work or be responsible, right?
Yeah.
If I'm what I would like you to be accountable, I would like you to be accountable, and I would like you to be responsible in other areas of your life. But if I'm rich as fuck and I could just go fucking run around like a kid, go ahead.
Well, yeah, but see, I
Like,
think at that point,
Just be available when I call.
But see, okay, but that's a whole different thing. At that point, you just have a pet.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, but fine. But that's my point. But you know what that is. That's more what I'm saying. Because here's the problem. That's cool. That's fine. That's not what I want teaching my child.
Well, okay, but that's why I said be responsible in other areas of your life. That's fair. That's fair. That's
You know.
fair. But maybe that's not the one that
Well,
raises the kid.
oh, yeah, exactly.
So,
right.
but look, you seen the show Clipped on Hulu?
Somebody was just telling me about this.
It's a show about Steve Ballmer, the owner of the former owner of the Clippers, and he had a girl named
Yes, I have heard of
V, and he just paid her a bunch of money.
And see,
to
that's
do
why
nothing.
you don't. You know why you don't do that?
He shouldn't
'Cause
have had just
they
one.
record your phone conversations when you say racist things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
and that's why you can't do that either. You're
But-
screwed. Kevin
or-
Hart had one. How'd that work out for him? You can't do it. And everyone has a camera on their phone, and they're gonna get you, and they're gonna record you, and then guess what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, "You used your power unjustly to make me do things," and it's like, yeah, I was paying a lot of bills. There's no winning in this.
I don't know.
You have
bro.
to just get married, and hopefully she doesn't take half.
fair.
Or you just pay a whole bunch of
No, I'm just
lawsuits,
saying.
and you just can't
No,
pay
no,
them from the wrong
no,
account, or you'll get 34 counts.
I don't even think it
against
should
you
be
in
like
court.
a secret. Yo, okay. You know what's one thing that
He's polyamorous, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he said. No, I'm saying that's what you're saying. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. You don't even got to sleep with all of them. If you just rich as fuck and you just want girls, I want women to be stress free.
Like
Women should just be stress free. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Like if I was in politics, you know what's one thing I don't get? How politics is ran by men, right?
Right.
But how come like women should just be able to get whatever surgery they want? Men like women? Fuck, like just put it in the budget.
What you mean?
Like imagine the fucking government has been run by men for mad years.
100%,
Not current day. It's much different now. I'm talking about like historically, right?
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln and whoever the fuck else founding fathers and all the niggas that came after that.
Yeah.
That was not niggas. They was white.
That was white. The niggas who wasn't niggas.
Yeah, the niggas that wasn't with that had some niggas though.
They
Definitely
plenty.
had.
Plenty.
Hey, they know some niggas.
I have many black friends.
But
Right, Fiddler? Yeah. We've been friends for years. Goddamn asshole.
But I'm just saying, like, just imagine. So if men was running the fucking government, they all had women for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you make it to where women could fucking have a fun? They have a baby. You like fine ass women. Let them get the surgery so they get their snap back. Why the fuck they gotta go to the gym and do shit?
Oh no, I don't want those kinds of people around me. So I will explain why.
All right.
Because it's too at a certain point. See, what you're explaining is where we're headed, and where we're.
I
very
don't think
close to.
so. I think I think that's unrealistic in real daytime.
What you mean?
I think in today's society, inflation, cost, price, and like you have to be responsible. Like
I see what you're getting. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like you absolutely have to be responsible.
But if
no matter who you are.
But if you look a certain way and you're playing,
That's a little bit of those,
a certain
though.
game.
Yeah.
Especially out here.
I don't think it's the majority.
No.
You know what I'm trying to say? I don't think that's the majority.
But the majority don't look like that person I'm
Fair.
describing. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with girls like just doing whatever.
No, but see, because
I
I feel like that's cool. That's cool, but those were fleeting. I would always still be like, okay, if you're around, you gotta have some kind of like, okay.
Absolutely, you should have value. Absolutely.
Yeah, but not only that, I need you to be, because that accountability and that what was the other one? It was accountability and responsibility.
Okay, yeah.
They play in tandem.
Yeah.
And so if you just get the surgeries and then you don't want to work out, well, you have no responsibility to show up to the gym, and then you have no accountability for the things you put in your face.
Absolutely, that's true.
So
there you go.
So that makes me go, okay, not only will I be paying for this surgery again, which I don't believe in wasting money doing things over when we could have just kept the first one good.
Yeah.
Then on top of me having to
We gotta
pay for
have a
this
limit.
again- Yeah, well, you just gotta have the woman who's no. You gotta have, and then this will also bite you in the ass. But you just gotta, if you got that much money, you just have a couple rules.
Yeah.
Well, for what you're paying, what you're paying, these rules. Listen, I need you in the gym, Equinox membership, or private country club membership. Is it, you know, I need you to blah blah blah. I need, and these are the things I expect. You expect. Your bags, your nails, your this, your that,
look,
the
all
nanny.
If we know that's the fucking beauty standard, I don't get how men ran the country and never put any beauty standards in fucking American political budgets.
Well, because the beauty
Fucking
standards.
girls should have nail funds. No girl should walk around without her nails done.
Well, no.
By choice.
No person
I mean,
should walk around without health care, but they do.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You know what? Maestro Harrell, everybody. I'll leave it alone. You're right.
She should have a nail fund.
Yes.
She should have dental. That's what she should fucking have. That's funny. Oh man, let's wrap this fucking thing up, brother. Thank you for coming through.
Oh man,
this has been a lot of fun, and you got to come back through and we'll chop it up again.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the book before we get out of here.
Here's the book.
Oh, he had another one right behind it.
Another one right behind it. Fucking production. Seven marketing plays.
A guide to growing your business in the digital age.
Yeah, you get a little it's 7 strategies that I've used to help companies make money, help brands make money. It's created for business owners who just want to know a little bit more about marketing and things that they can do if they're bootstrapped or just looking for new ways to grow their brand, or even if it's entrepreneur or marketer who already does marketing in this season and they literally just want to add a few new strategies in. There's that, and then of course there's the person that just wants to figure out a few ways to add some more dollars to their bottom line. Like there's a play in there. I have these theme pages on Instagram. I own a couple of them. I sold a bunch of them too. It's literally just a page where you repost shit. Like Justin LeBoy is a theme page. It's literally just memes, but he has 6 million followers, right?
And there's value in that.
Yeah, super value in it. So like I've built many theme pages. Like this is the simplest play that's in there. You build a theme page. So you pick a topic. Let's say you like fucking dogs or something, right? And you sell dog products or pet products like pet toys. You would build a page on Instagram where all you do is repost the most viral clips,
adorable fucking dogs,
the shit. Like reels get organic reach, like Instagram distributes reels automatically, so you can build a theme page. And fucking like you could get over 3 months, you'll have 30,000 followers from just reposting content that's not yours.
Especially if it's a theme that everybody likes.
Yes,
like puppies or
But you put it in line with whatever you're selling.
Right.
So if you sell pet products, build a theme page that's based around cute pets because you want people who have pets or that are super interested in pets to follow your page. Now in your bio, you add the link to your store. Yes, but nobody has to know that it's you.
I see people also do that with the Amazon.
Yeah, people do it with Amazon, but it's front facing. Now it's on your personal, right? Sometimes you want your business to be separate from you, and you don't want any. You know how I don't think I said this, but I'm not like I do marketing, but I don't like marketing myself. Like I like being behind the scenes. I like going, pull up Converse. I'll show you this. Yo, let me show you this. Like I'll go deep into the subject matter and like the technical. It's a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with like front facing. You know what I mean? I like that part, but that's how you do that. If you're one of those people, like build a theme page, make a store. It could be a drop shipping store.
Right.
So like you can go on there's websites where you can buy a website that is already pre-built, and then all you do is drop ship. So you literally don't have to operate the store.
Right.
You build the store. You buy the store, let it sit, build the theme page. You don't have to be involved in like the front facing part of it. Now you selling pet leashes and you selling $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 of pet leashes, and you're trying to figure out, I didn't even do anything but build a page that is other people's pets.
Right. Right.
So it's stuff like that in the book.
That's how you get those what was it? Those Sam's hot dogs.
Yeah, get your fucking Sam's
might not be the sexiest, but those things are what work.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you can use it to drive traffic to something, or you can sell it. Like when I used that strategy, I was just buying pages and selling it because I was experimenting with the strategy for another brand, basically. Like I test strategies to see, do they work? Mm-hmm. So even when that's why I said when jobs worry about what you do in your independent time, what the fuck this got to do with you? This is what I'm interested in.
Right.
So I'm constantly like studying, practicing, trying shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was building theme pages in like 2017.
Smart.
Yeah, like I bought and sold them. Like I build it, or I buy one that's already built. Like let's say somebody got one, I might buy for $1,500, build it up like from 100,000 followers to 300,000. Now I could sell it for like 5,000-6,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it didn't cost me nothing to do it, but my time. But reposting content.
But then you're also seeing what content works, and you don't have to put your face on that content.
Yeah, that's how I test blueprint. So much stuff.
Right.
Like you'll look at my page, you wouldn't really understand how much stuff I've grown. Like I've grown millions of followers, like literally millions.
Right.
You would never. My page, I got 5,000, 6,000 followers. Like that's the thing about like some marketing. You don't see it front facing. Sometimes it's so many,
and that's why
parts.
it's hard to know too, because I mean, like that's the difference between there are a lot of parts, but then some people. Those people who take advantage of it because they don't really know what they're doing, but
they make it look
because
like
you don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand it or aren't taking the time to understand it, and that's what it be. Hey man, I gave him the 5,000, so we'll see what happens. It's like, okay, or you could be like, okay, how are these ads being run? What exactly are you doing? Where are these streams coming from?
Yeah. You need to have a little bit of foundational info, because that's the only way that you can. Even if somebody did something right, if you don't have like this, gives you a good base. Like 7 marketing plays gives you a good base. Even if you're just like, yo, let me get some foundational pieces or learn something. Right. Because once you have a base now, as a marketer, I can communicate with you. If I gotta educate you every conversation, we can't really get to solutions. Right,
because I'm educating you.
I'm constantly educating.
But you still have to comprehend this.
You got to comprehend it. So now when it's time to make a decision, like, hey, we got to do 2 more shoots. You don't even realize that. So you might get stuck on, like, nah, but we just did one. Right. I know, but I just sample.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Why are we even doing this? Because when you say, no, we need 3 shoots, it's like, damn. Is there a way we can do it with 2? Now that's a different strategy. But saying no, we already got the pictures. That's a whole different conversation.
Yes, yeah. There you go, right there. Like, nah, we good. You can't, how you telling me you good? You can't tell me you good. Nobody studied it. One thing I could say about like when it comes to marketing and like stuff like that. First of all, everything in that book works. It's not one thing in that book that does not work. Right. Nobody can tell me anything about marketing if you're not really like active in this space. I can't name somebody that studies more than me. Right. Like if I'm not working, I'm studying, and if I'm not studying, I'm working. Right. For real. And like I like the way I was able to go, yo, this it's not random either.
And that's the funny thing. Same thought process, only nowhere near as refined. Like I share the same thought process, nowhere near as refined, and so like I wouldn't notice what the difference is, but I notice that it's clean and I like it. Mm-hmm. And so I might not sit on that, but I'm always looking at, I wonder why that's like that. Yeah. Why did they do that? Oh, that's great. Oh, like went to the beach the other day. Oh, they were just passing out waters for this surf competition. And I was like, oh, look at this. Everybody's going up to go get a water. Now everybody's going to be walking around with your logo all day. Exactly. And then people are going to go, oh, man, this is some good water. Because why? It's hot outside. And you know what I mean? Oh, and it says it's 9.5 pH. Yes. Oh, this is...
and you got that's the essence of marketing. You got to
Yeah.
find like a unique selling prop. Like that brand probably didn't have that much money. I'll give you something that nobody's talking about that any brand can prepare for right now. The Olympics is coming to LA
Facts.
in America. I mean, it's actually coming to America. So fuck LA, America. I think it's 2020. Look that up for
Because
me. real
I
quick.
know it's Paris this year, right? Or
It's
something.
coming to America though. We gotta find it. Look it up real quick
Let me
because
see.
I want people to know this for sure. This is like a super duper gem. This
2028.
all right. Boom.
And it's going to be in Los Angeles.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Now, guess what? That means millions of people are coming to
Coming to
Los
Los Angeles.
Angeles in 2028. You know how much money that is that's coming? They all have money. So now, just like the exact same thing you just said, right?
Mhm.
Well, what if I own, I don't know. Let's say me. All right, I own a marketing company. I can get 10,000 shirts printed that says "Welcome to America" or USA Olympics 2028,
Hell yeah.
and put my logo on the back. Cause guess what? Every person coming from somewhere wants memorabilia.
Yeah.
I don't even have to sell it if I don't want to. I can give it away, or I can sell it.
100%.
Right? Just like water. So guess what? While the press is there, they're taking photos of your brand all day. Right? But you can prep this now. This is like marketing shit. That's why I said like, yo, bro, nobody can't talk to me. Like you can't
Facts.
like you gotta be
And
in my
like,
space
Because
active.
you're like, nigga, you got 4 years.
Yeah, like
and
you
that's
don't,
just one play.
bro.
Right.
Like it's in the preparation. That's what I loved about when I was looking at your stuff, and I'm like, yo, I see your prep as you put it out, without actually physically seeing you prep. I could see it in how you did it.
Right. I see
So
what
I was studying it.
you're saying. Right. Because you paid attention.
I'm studying
You're
it
right.
all day. Sometimes people will go like, yo, you on social media, nigga? I'm studying.
Right.
I'm looking.
it's
I'm not
different.
looking at the
Yeah.
same shit you looking at. I'm looking at something else.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it for completely
For a
different reasons.
completely different reason. And sometimes it looks like nothing. Sometimes something looks like nothing, and you don't know that it's something until it's,
Right.
100%.
100%. Well, thank you, brother.
My brother.
Steve Murray.
7 Marketing Plays out now. You can get it at stevemurrayconsulting.com. The Super Max experience comes with videos where I break all this shit down. I'm like, yo, do it like this. It's like you talking to the homie. Like, I have a how-to guide in the Super Max experience. I have videos that break it down a little bit more in depth, so it's more conversational, so that
Right.
it's like stickier, so you can
Mhm.
remember. And then I also have an audiobook experience.
Every
So
day's covered. I love it.
yeah, because you got to address people's learning styles. If you want to go, I want you to listen to it. If you need visual, I want you to listen to it. If you need the step-by-step, yo, push this button, do it like this.
Right.
Yeah, it's there.
My man. Thank
My
you,
man.
brother.
Thank you, Maestro. My
We
God.
out. Peace.